Hello everyone. We have two of our students, and third one will join in between. Bhaskar Dubey is there, and Nitin Chaurasia is there. They are students of this MHA course, and they will share their experience as well as some guidelines what to do and what not to do. What is the process to get into this MHA, and especially the second round, which is the OA round. It consists of extempore and also OPI. We'll first start with a brief introduction of both of you. So Bhaskar, you can introduce, and then Nitin, you can introduce.
So, good evening, guys. My name is Bhaskar Kumar Dubey, and I am from Dhanbad, Jharkhand. I have done BTech in Metallurgical Engineering from BIT Sindri, Dhanbad. And after that, I have worked for 1 year at a company called ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India Limited, where I have worked as a graduate engineer trainee. After that, I have joined Tata Institute of Social Science, and now I am doing Master of Hospital Administration.
Hello everyone. My name is Nitin Chaurasia and I am from Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. I did a Bachelor's of Arts degree with a specialization in economics from Ferguson College, Pune. I graduated in the year 23. My main focus was TISS, and then I got into TISS and I'm doing my Master's of Hospital Administration at TISS as of now. We have completed our first semester. I hope we can answer most of your queries today.
First of all, hello sir, and hello all the aspirants. So yes, it is a wonderful journey. So my name is Smriti Sawant. I'm a dentist by profession. I have done my graduate from Delhi, and I have 1 year of work experience as well. With working only, I have started source, and then I appeared for TISS. Now I am in TISS. So yes, I hope I will be able to answer all of your queries and questions. Thank you.
So as you have seen, all the three people are from different background. One is from, so there is diversity in the stream. What is this hospital management or administration course?
So a brief history. This course has been in TISS ever since the 1970s. Like it was offered as a certificate course, like a 1 year certificate course. And then in the early 1990s, it got converted to like a full-time 2 years master course. So we do have a very big alumni network as well. It does sound like a niche course that you have to target. So like you can only go for certain hospitals or you can only go for certain companies, but that's not true. That was my perspective before I joined the course. But now that I can see that there's a lot you can build upon. So the course basically focuses on corporate as well as public institutions, mostly hospitals, how to manage them, how to become effective hospital managers, how to provide patient-centric care, patient-centric management as well. I think that's the brief about the course and what we have learned in the first semester.
So Bhaskar, could you tell what are the eligibility criteria for the course?
So the eligibility criteria is simple that you have to be undergraduate in any stream. It is the general misconception going around in the Telegram groups that they prefer doctors over engineers. There is no preference in the OA section. I am also an engineer, and there are another 10 people I think who did engineering and they have engineering background. There are people from political science, analytics, and biotechnology. There are doctors. So there are diverse background people. For now, you can just focus on the OA part and how you can be more prepared and how you can be more answerable to the questions, and sir will guide you on that how you can prepare for that.
Now the next question is selection process. So the first part I will say, and the second part I will like to listen from you people. Now they are having CAT examination. In CAT examination, there is criteria by this that you should have this much minimum percentile. That is the minimum criteria. And in each section, there are 3 sections, you should have a certain threshold percentile. Suppose you have that, then you are eligible to apply. Now, from all the people who will apply for the course, they will select the top and they will conduct an interview for them. If you are thinking that it is in February around, so I can chill, you can't chill because you will have to study, okay? You will have to study and prepare for OA. Now, OA has 2 parts. The first is ERP, which is extempore, and the second is OPI, which is online personal interview. And there is also a thing called DAF, which you will have to fill within a given days. Now, I would like to hear from all of you what is the importance of DAF?
Yeah, so DAF is basically detailed application form, and I think it is one of the most important part of your OA because it is something that can run your whole interview because they go DAF very deeply. So you have to, write only that relevant things in your DAF that you are able to explain it correctly to them because you cannot fool them in any way. So it is something if there is any kind of gap here and if you are studying only in that very period, then you can justify it. Nobody bothers about your gap year. Nobody asks. Even I was when I was in 12th, after 12th, I have taken 2 years of gap year for my preparation of NEET. Nobody asked me that. Nobody cares about that. But DAF is something that it becomes important only when you just write down whatever that is that you have done before your preparation or you are doing right. So it's better to write genuine or true things. Even if you don't know the answer, just say, sir, I don't know. I'll read about it. Very polite. They are very kind. They are not very much strict. It's just a myth that they are strict and they grill you. Yes, sometimes they do. But it's just a trick. It's not something that they don't want to take you. Obviously, if you will be true, then obviously why not? Whatever sir says, that write in a normal language. So yeah, that helps.
Everything that Smriti said, obviously, that's important, right? It's basically everything that you have ever done in your life that's relevant. The DAF that sir helped me build, I got reviews from it from seniors, like my seniors, and they said that it was one of the best DAFs that they have ever read. Because sir made sure that everything that was in my DAF was up to the point, like even short points that sir told me to change or to add, they help. They want to see why are you going for this course and why do you think you should be taken up to this course. So that's also one thing that you have to keep in mind while you're filling up your DAF. Last year what happened with us was the results for the interview shortlist came on 11th of June or something.
So only a few days, maybe 4 or 5 days.
And the last day to fill up the DAF was 16th or 17th, and our interview started from 18th itself. So barely a week. So you have to be prepared with all of it before the interview shortlist comes.
As far as I remember, what I did, because I had the student with me, Bhaskar is there. Bhaskar had some issue with health during that time.
Typhoid.
So I told everybody before test told to write DAF, please prepare your DAF. And before the notification or DAF notification from test came, all of my students had written their DAF and I have corrected that. So it was quite easy for them to concentrate on the real part, which is reading about the interviews and knowledgeable parts in the last days, when other people who have not filled the DAF, they will be filling the DAF in the last day. So last के 4 दिन आप DAF fill नहीं करना चाहोगे. Last के 4 दिन आप पढ़ना चाहोगे. Try to gather knowledge. So that is why if you feel that you will get a call, start preparing for it because it will take time.
Adding to that, there should be a genuinity in your answer. The answer should be like genuine and written by you. It should not be like you have did ChatGPT or something, because they will surely they will surely catch it. You can't fake your answers, and you can write from ChatGPT. For that, you can all depend on the sir's vision, because he helps a lot. He has reviewed my DAF, and I have also reviewed with seniors. And please make sure that you should always write what you have did. Please don't fake it, because they really gonna grill you on that.
Now, after DAF, the second thing is extempore. Could you highlight how step-by-step things happen? Spontaneous speaking, extempore, and then daily.
So first of all, I'd like to mention that I joined very late, like early December. So I was very new to the spontaneous speaking thing. Like once I got used to it, it started becoming fun. And I'm a little competitive, so we used to have 2 classes in the day. It was a nice change of pace. But at the same time, you got to hear so much more from so many people, from so many different walks of life. I have met some of the best people in Sir's class. Right, so people who are doing such different things in with their life, and they had such different perspectives. So that made me build up my own points. That made me think, okay, maybe the things that I have always thought were right aren't the only things that can be right. So that was one thing that spontaneous speaking thing helped me with. It widened my horizons. It helped me build more, solid opinions, on the spot thinking. And this is something that goes a long way into the extempore part as well, while you're answering your interview questions as well, because they can whip up anything out of thin air. And about extempore, as I mentioned, that you have to read a lot. Apart from the readings that sir gives you, he must have mentioned all the magazine or Lancet, PubMed, so things like this that you have to go through. And sir, GK classes are always, you know what, even if you're in the morning, even if you're not very active, just sit on your desk and open the GK class that sir is taking, and try to listen. Something sticks with you, and that comes back to you in the most crucial of times.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yes. So, for the extempore part, since I am in the search, I'm the, I think, oldest one here who was there with sir. So yeah. So we have our like Saturday or Sunday we have our this extempore sessions. First, like 2 days in a week. So in the at the initial period, sir was like previously gave us some topic like it is related to our health topics only, like tuberculosis. You have to write about you have to read about mental health and all, and then in the next day we have to just say it to the people. So in the starting I was not very much confident, like there's a lot of good speaker there, so I was always like, oh my god, like how come I feel that inferiority thing was there. So I used to discuss with sir that, so I want to speak, but they're so good, like how come I'll break this ice. But gradually sir was always like, sir was there with me, like he keeps motivating me in breaking my ice, and he was like, try it, next time you'll have to speak and you can do it, just keep that confident inside yourself. So slowly I started speaking, and I became the regular speaker. And then like I think after December only, sir has for the spontaneous thinking, sir has a very good strategy. What he used to do, he just he showed us some pictures, like some puzzle kind of picture, or sometimes he gave us some word like window, and then what comes, just to know like in what way you think, what is your thought process, like just listening this word window, what comes in your mind first. So for just knowing this thought process, I think this really helped, like what Nitin said, like it is not decided at what will they ask, right? So for me, I have written my hobbies, like I like journaling. Then in MHA only, one of the panel asked me like, journaling, why you like journaling? Like then you have to present it like you want to be productive, and it give you self satisfaction. And when you write it down that what you did in the whole day, it give a kind of peace. So in such a way, so this thought process kind of thing has helped me a lot, like what sir was doing. So yes, so you have, if sir is giving you some topic, then go through it, because it is for your buffer knowledge, and it is very important. Because I have attended 3 interviews, MHA interviews, it was very nice. Why? Because I got the tuberculosis, and I already knew that what were the schemes. So what you have to do when they give you time to think, just write down that thing first, introduction, then write down then what schemes, then write down the conclusion. You have to conclude it. I was lagging in that. I was never able to conclude. I was always like speaking and the time goes up. So you have to write down, just in that minute, just write the headline, introduction, schemes, and just write down the schemes also, whatever the scheme was there. And you can ask the panel that, can I write it, take the permission. So it helps a lot during my interviews, because my first interviews was MPHA. So the extemporary was like fine, but in MHA I got this lesson, no, I have to write down. And because MHA was my last, so I was like, no, I'll write down. Then I have written it down. It gives you one kind of framework, no. So you will be able to represent it before the panel in a proper way. Structure is very important. You cannot just go on random blabbering, because in MPH HPF I have done that, because my topic was on disability. So I got like very much tricked, and I got very much panicked. Even the panel was Dhananjay sir. So yeah, actually before the interview we have our mock like with sir. So I have this habit, whenever I think, I just started looking here and there. I should see, like sir is always like, concentrate on me, look me in my eyes, but I was looking everywhere else. So it was the problem. I don't know right now it sustains or not, but it is like that. But sir was always like, you cannot see idhar udhar, मेरे को देखो, मुझे देखो, या focus कर लो कुछ, वहां पे concentrate करो.
Bhaskar, you can speak now.
So for extempore, the topics were mostly from health, and they can also give you general topics. I got topic of health tourism in India, how Indian government can promote it. So one or 2 days before, I have talked to Pratik sir that sir, I can't able to face the interview because I was from the different background. So sir has given me topics. This topic was from that sir has also told that please prepare the basic topics that health tourism. It is a very basic topic. Tuberculosis, like Smriti got. So the prepare for the basic topics from what sir has given you. Always go through the newspapers, articles which are generally current affairs and going around in the newspaper, like some health schemes if going around the schemes related to your state. So include this data in your extempore, because what happens after extempore that your first question is always based on your extempore, what you have spoken. So either they want to verify you or they want to cross check that person, if the person is saying the data, it is relevant, it is correct or not. So please don't include the data you are not confident with. Please include the data, or you can also avoid the data also, or any information you are not confident with. Not trying to fake them anything. And our
Hans.
professors, they know very much things, so you can't do that to them also. And please talk to sir regularly. That's for first mock interview. I was very means it was very bad. The sir can tell you that it was very bad. So after that, I have revised many things. I prepared for many things.
So I think sir took 3 mock interviews of me, and the first one was terrible. As Bhaskar mentioned, the first one sort of always goes terrible. You don't know what to expect, right? You don't, and the seniors, that's my seniors and the sirs, also sirs students. Ayan helped me a lot. He told me what things to look into. Since I have an economics background, he told me what all to get into. And I think by the second and the third interview, I was sort of on track. I knew what to do. I knew how to answer questions. I knew how to tackle the questions. The one thing that I mentioned in the chat box, that try not to bluff, that's something that a mistake that I made in the first mock interview, and probably sir even remembers how bad it was. I had three consecutive interviews: 18th, 19th, 20th, right? And 17th night, I took my final mock interview, and on 18th morning I woke up with fever. So even I gave all of my interview. Anything can happen. Be prepared for the worst. But the thing is, you have to get through it. And all of my interviews were pretty well, I would say. They were much better than what I was expecting. But you have to keep in mind that the professors at TISS, these are industry experts. Some of them teach at TISS, plus they work for the government of India. They are pioneers in their fields. They have been working in the industry for 30, 40 years, and they are up to date with everything. They can throw trick questions at you. You can have a slip of tongue. But what matters is that you have to maintain a very positive and a very poised image in front of them. They can see it on your face that if you're falling apart. At the same time, they're also very nice people. They wouldn't make you feel bad about not answering. They would move on to the next question. So my experience in general was very pleasant. My extempore topic was way out of anything that I had ever learned. I also asked for this second topic, and then the second topic was again something that I had never heard of. So I went back to the first topic. This was I don't know if this impressed the professors, but they did mention, oh, you're taking up a challenge. Yes, sir, I'm trying my best. So speak as much as you know. My topic was on child labor in India, that how it affects the health of lower communities and everything. Everything that I knew about Dalit communities, everything that I knew about caste oppression, everything that I knew about health, everything I knew about the SDG goals, spoke everything that I could, and I finished it in like 2 minutes. That was it. So you have to be very confident and poised. At the same time, you have to keep yourself brief, because this 15-minute conversation can make or break your case.
My first interview was of MPHHA. Interview was in the order, like the best interview that I have given was of MHA, and then it was of MPHHA, and then the last was MPHHPEF, and this was only my prioritization list. So the interview also gone in the same, So my MPHHA, it was like fine. In MPHHPEF, my interview was not very good. Why? Because I got stuck in the extempore session only because the topic was disability and yes, I got nervous and all. And then in the questions part also, that got reflected in front of the panels and all. But I was personally not satisfied. But like last was my MHA. Then I pointed it out, like whatever the lessons I got from there, that you have to structure it. You cannot just blabber because in the MBH HPF, I was not able to conclude it. That makes my whole interview bad. I can say that. Why? Because it is the first thing that happened, your extempore. So some way or the another way, it affects your brain. It should not, but it does. So, like in my last MHA interview, I was like, I pointed out that whatever mistakes I did, and then it was the best interview because it was a hole on my DAF, and it's on you, like how how you turn the interview for yourself. Like, see, the way I want that my MHA interview should go, it was like that only because I turned the interview on my experience, and then they ask anything or everything about my experience part only, like how what is my work experience, and how I was working, and is there any kind of critical situation that have you ever been through, like since I was working in a small startup clinic. So I was only the only doctor there. So and two or three assistants was there. So I was explaining them this thing, the whole story, and they were very much interested in that. And then they were asking that, do you have any kind of emergency situation? How do you tackle it? So I was very much genuine in it. I was like, yeah, I do have this kind of emergency situation, but it was not at a very big level since it was not a very big clinic and all. So they were quite impressed, and then they were smiling the whole time. They were smiling, and then all of a sudden they come to like, okay, you came from Bihar, then can you please tell me like what is famous there, and fruits mein kya hai, aise karke they started asking. And then they were like, oh, what is your hobbies? You like journaling? Okay, tell me about it. What do you want to write? What do you write usually and all? And why do you write and all? Then they were looking satisfied, and it was like, I got my answer at, yeah, it is it is good, and like maybe I will get selected or what. You get that kind of intuition some way or the another.
So my interview experience was it was for only for 10 minutes. I got a extempore of how if government can improve health tourism in India. So based upon that, there were no follow-up questions for me. And after that, like Saurabh said, that please be prepared with from where you are coming. Like for me, in one mock interview, the people asked from me that what are the health causes that like I am from Sindri and it is a coal mining zone. So what are the health implications of working in the coal mining zone? So they have asked from me, and also be prepared with why you are switching. If someone is coming from a different background, like a engineering background, political science, arts, so be prepared with your answer that why you are switching, and be clear with that because there were follow-up questions on that also, that why you were switching and why you were not going for MTech. Like they have asked me why you were not going for MTech, why you have left your job, and what was your role there. So in LSP interview, I remember that they have asked from me a lot about my job, that what was it, because LSP mainly deals with the labor laws. So they have asked, so be clear about why you want to switch, and follow up questions on that, and what you want to study. So you have to also know about that, what you gonna study here in TISS, and why TISS, why not other schools. So these are the general questions you should be prepared with, and definitely sir will guide you. I gave 2 mock interview with sir.
Every master's course at TISS has compulsory internships in some form or another. So ours, we have 3 compulsory in curriculum internships, and so far we haven't done any of them.
As far as my knowledge, there are 3 of them. One is in
Yes, sir.
the government hospital,
The first
the
is in
other
the
might be
government
in the
hospital.
private hospital, and the third one will be in some trust hospital.
The second one is in a trust hospital, and the third one is in a proper corporate private hospital.
Okay, so there is one more question. After doing MHA, where all are in what roles most of the student get placed.
As far as I know, that the roles that are offered are of manage are in most of them are offered in managerial positions only. There are operations, there are supply chain management roles. There are roles in sales as well. And some of the sectors that our seniors have gotten placed in so far have been healthcare, IT, insurance. Some of the best corporate hospitals in the country have also come to the campus this year. So, and then there have been some seniors who have also gone into more governmental schemes and programs as well. The MHA
There
students.
is one more sector, I believe, that is insurance.
One more thing that I forgot to mention was consulting companies. They also.
Like I just want to divide it. Like there are 4 core areas. The first one in the at the managerial position, maybe you can be the department manager, lab manager, like that. This for the second one is the consultant. You can be the healthcare consultant. The third one is you also get work in the product development sector, also in the IT as well, and I think in the insurance. So these are the I think basic core areas where you get the career opportunities for this.
Also say the fees of your course.
If you if you get the hostel, then your total fees will be 3 lakhs for 2 years. And there are many options available nearby areas of this.
So the life at TISS is really vibrant. As Bhaskar mentioned, there's always something happening at some corner of the college. You can get a free meal almost every day of the week. And I do live off campus, so I would tell you about that as well. The area around TISS is quite affordable, like compared to the rest of the Mumbai, right? Because it's chamber and it's not really that industrialized and everything. It's not South Bombay, so it's pretty much affordable. You can expect around 15-16K a month if you get a good accommodation. I would like to add that there are almost 56 master programs in TISS, right? And you get to meet incredible people from all walks of life. People from the Northeast, people from South India. They are some of the best minds of the country at TISS. Like I have a lot of friends in the batch, plus I have a lot of friends outside of the batch as well. So that goes a long way because you're networking, you're making a very big connection. So that's one thing that goes for you. And it's hectic as well, is something that Bhaskar didn't mention. It's very hectic. There were nights that we sat in the library from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. and then we went out. 6 a.m. the library closes and then it reopens at 9 a.m. For cleaning purposes. It's closed for 3 hours, 24 hours, miss 3 hours, it's closed. And then we came back at 9 a.m. because we had a project due, we had a submissions due. So it's very hectic as well. But the campus is so lively that it makes up for it. So the entire TISS experience so far has been very good for me. And I would say that it's different from any other college that I've been to.
It is very vibrant, and yes, the library is open till you can say 24/7, except the cleaning part. So yeah, it gives us it also motivates us to study and all. You don't feel like you are doing so much of efforts, even if you are doing also. It doesn't feel like a burden. Why? Because everybody is doing there. So even you feel like doing it more. So because there in this TISS, people is like at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, they are having a fries, they're eating fries, they're having a coffee. So it is like that. So obviously it doesn't feel, the hectic schedule is there. Obviously you feel like burnout sometime, but everybody is so much, willing to do, willing to study, willing to, always be active, so much active. So sometimes, you get that energy from them also, like, see how much they are dedicated for their thing. So this vibrant thing maybe keep students there alive and always dedicated to their work. And also somewhere or the other corner of the TISS, something or anything is going on every time, and it's not possible to attend each and every event. It's not possible, but yeah, it will keep you entertained.
These are common topics for extempore to prepare. That's it. I will give you some 11 to 20 topics, or if you are going to prepare for that, collect some data that will create a buffer which you can use in any topic. So yeah, you can add.
The sir will give the topic. So please do Google or ChatGPT to that topics, and also based upon that topics, please search for what are the current things going on for that topic, current thing for adding on that topic, like what the data and the schemes related to that you can add. Like if they have given you what are the various steps government has taken to for curing TB. So there are various schemes run by government, Indian government, state government. So you can include that, and what are the various things like government have done. Like they keep checking on that how much the TV has grown, and what are the how much year we will take to eradicate it. Please go through that. Please include it, or please make an online or offline note based upon that topics provided by sir. And also our ARC team will also provide the various topics our will ask. And
List of last year
before last,
topics are always provided by
yes
the
sir,
ERC team. Okay. So it will
ARC.
be around 32 to 64 topics around. So as I said, don't get bogged down by 64 topics. Suppose they are providing 64 topics, don't think it is impossible to complete. Just complete the first 20 topics, or I will give 20 topics, or maybe 10, 12 topics. While you complete those topics, collect data, collect reports, all of that, and that will become your buffer. And then just have a cursory look over 64 topics कि ये बोल दूंगी, ये बोल सकता हूँ, and this topic is something new. So why to prepare for all the topics? Prepare only for that topic. As Smriti was saying, topic of disability came in, or Nitin got the topic of child labor. So if such a topic you are coming across, then you should prepare those topics. That will save your time. Our public health scheme asks, of course, they are asked in MHA also. Public health is one thing, but in MHA they will ask you anything related to health. So don't think that MHA ka interview means MHA ka interview. One of my student, Anjali or some Mayuri, she got, somebody asked him, do you know the preamble of India? Literally, she told all that because she attended my class of Constitution. So that is very important. You can be asked the preamble of India also. Okay, as Nitin was asked about child labor. So if somebody will speak that the article number 24, which is there, talks about child labor, then that will put a good impression over them. Then another thing is, what challenges did you face during your preparation and how did you overcome them?
So I have put up an approach called pestle approach in the chat. The time that you have, use that time to write all the relevant points that you can think about these, so that you stick to what you know and that you don't stammer or bluff. And so this helped me a lot during my interview. So this is one thing that I wanted to point out.
I would like to add one thing that people join too many groups and listen to too many people. So do not do that and focus on just one source or one to two source. Listen to one to two people. And if you are joining sir, then listen to sir definitely, because this will definitely help you go through the course provided by sir, and prepare on that only. And if you listen to too many people, that your input will be from too many people. So the output is not gonna, you will not get that much efficient at the interview. So yes, sir. So focus is very necessary. Many people do these kind of mistakes in their preparation journey.
So even in the first round, I would say minimize the sources, maximize the revision. Suppose your sources are limited, then you can go through that source multiple times. That will help you much more as compared to going through so many sources one time.
One of the challenges that I think that we faced, and like the upcoming batch is also facing, that the examination pattern and everything, OPI and everything, right? हमारा भी एग्जाम अचानक से चेंज हो गया था, इनका भी एग्जाम अचानक से चेंज, कैट आ गया, right? So the one thing that I would like to say is, it's an exam, keep going, ho gaya exam, now prepare for your OPI. You worrying about it wouldn't make, sir used to tell us this, ab to ho gaya, now focus on the next thing, right? And what are the few mistakes that an aspirant can do is, right after your exam you go into this sleep, your hibernation phase. Don't do that. Don't slack off after you're done with your exam. Sir kept us on our toes. हमारा 15 को एग्जाम खत्म हुआ था, हमारा 17 से वो दूसरा बैच OPI का बैच चालू हो गया था. So keep doing that. And as sir said, join the official aspirants relation committee वाला group. And sir का group, sir की बात सुनो, seniors की बात सुनो, because these are sir is making, so sir is इतने converts करा रहे हैं हर साल, and your तो उनकी बात सुनो, plus the seniors who are already there, who are experiencing the program, who are going through the exam,
Who
उनकी
have
बात सुनो.
seen the process.
Exactly. The content that sir provides is very, very precise, very concise, up to the point, right? Whatever that, and there's something about sir's content कि वो जो पढ़ाते हैं उसमें से आ ही जाता है.
Okay, the question is it possible to complete the current issues? I would not say current affairs, I will say current issues and awareness within a month. Yes, it is quite possible. For that, two things are required, I would say. Choose your sources. I will tell you what are the sources you should follow. You should follow Lancet magazine. अगर आप ट्विटर पे हो तो Lancet का पेज लाइक करो. You should follow official websites. द हिंदू रेगुलर देखो, हेल्थ का आर्टिकल है उसको पढ़ो. देन Beyond is there, but the Beyond is good for you if some health issue is there. So that is also a good source. Minimize your source, maximize revision, and if you are consistent, you can do it. Okay. As Nitin said that he joined in December. Instead, he was able to qualify for whatever examination was first round and also second round. Bhaskar joined me in the after the first round, and he was able to do it. So there are people, who are able to do it. You will have to be consistent for GK. GK हर एक दिन नया इशू आता है. It is not like static जो करप्ट इतना पढ़ लिया हो गया. So you will have to keep reading, keep evolving. Okay, and I am telling you, last 1 to 2 weeks the Hindu articles and the Indian Express articles are very important, because many of them are written by TISS professors only, especially if it is related to health.
And one more thing that I would like to mention, sir, that the professors who take your interview, right, they're not looking for like people who are already hospital managers or are like at a very good position. They're looking for individuals who are confident, who know how to articulate, right? So that's what they look for in interviews. Of course, your work ex, your background matters, but it's important how you portray yourself there as well, because they aren't just looking for proper doctors or proper hospital managers. They are looking for everyone who shows an interest in this course. So that's also, so you have to read about the course. You have to read. You have to show them that you're interested.
One more thing is very important. Before even going for the next round preparation, do one thing: go and see the website where the description of MHA is given. What are the descriptions and what are the topics you are going to cover in 2 years?
One thing that I think हम तीनों ने miss कर दिया कि वो कभी-कभी they also ask you tell us about the 2 subjects that were in the that you will study in the first semester, or so they asked me that in my interview. So that's important as well.
Well, I was saying awareness is important regarding the course. Like you should have that much of interest, no? That you have gone through.
ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि just एक option की तरह MHA भर दिया था इसलिए आ गए.
They won't take you if they got this thing, because they told me, like in the HPAF interview they grilled me on this only ki what is your prioritization. Then I know that I have to tell the truth. I'm like, it is my third priority. why it is third, then you won't be working in a hospital, right? Sometimes they are like this. And the panel who were taking my interview was from MHA, and they were taking the HPF interview, and then they were like, why you have put this course at the your third priority level, why it is not first and all.
You have to justify your preferences also, that why this, why this.
Okay, so we had a healthy, knowledgeable session with your seniors. So thank you, Smriti, thank you, Bhaskar, and thank you, Nitin, for coming here and sharing insights about MHA course.
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
All the best, everyone.
Everybody.
Best
All the
everyone.
best to